So you picked up a Steam Deck OLED, or maybe you had one for a while, and now you're wondering what games are actually great to play on this thing. I'm talking about games that not only run great, but actually look amazing on this OLED display. So I put a list of 20 games that I think will completely hook you into this thing, and games that I really enjoy playing over the years or recently. Some of them are quick pick up and plays, and others will eat your entire weekend up. So let's get into it, starting with a game that really caught me off guard. Dave the Diver. This is one of those games you don't expect to love as much as you do until you're 15 hours deep and still diving for that one rare fish. You get to explore and unravel the mysteries in the depths of the blue hole by day and run a successful exotic sushi restaurant at night. The underwater pixel lighting looks absolutely stunning on the OLED screen, and the color contrast between night dives and cozy sushi bar scenes is chef's kiss. It's got charm, humor, and gameplay loops that make it hard to put it down. If you want a game that's relaxing but still addictive, this is it. Next up is Vampire Survivors. This game is crack. You move with one stick and unleash pure mayhem with the other. Hundreds of enemies on the screen, upgrades flying in, and music pumping. It looks absolutely electric on the OLED with every hit popping off the screen. If you're into games that require zero effort to enjoy but somehow keep you glued for hours, grab this. I would definitely recommend this to gamers who want instant action, minimal input, and maximum chaos. Now, one of my favorite pickups in all honesty is Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. If you like games like Vampire Survivors with a Deep Rock Galactic theme, then this is your game to pick up right now. It's a really addicting game. Also, I can't get enough with the visuals on the Steam Deck OLED. Dwarves, mining, aliens, and absolutely chaotic survivor style gameplay. It's the best kind of game to just pick up and play here and there. The lighting in the caves and all the loot explosions really shine on the OLED, and it's a great mashup of action and resource gathering, and it's built for handheld gameplay. Definitely recommend this one, and it's around $10 Canadian, so really not that bad. Now, it can never be a proper top list without a classic over here, which is Stardew Valley. Now, this is a cult favorite. This is self-care in game form. You start with nothing, build a dream farm, fall in love with villagers, and wake up excited to water your virtual plants. The color palette is warm, the music is gentle, and on OLED it becomes a cozy digital hug. Cozy gamers, perfectionists, and anyone trying to escape capitalism for a few hours, if you find yourself in any of these categories, this will heal you. Now, Hollow Knight is one of those games that I got into when I got a Steam Deck because of how great the gameplay is on it. Personally, I was not exactly feeling it at the beginning since it felt slow, but after a bit, I found myself loving this platformer as it started to pick up. You definitely can't go wrong with a nice, simple platformer. Hollow Knight is a masterclass in atmospheric world building. Its hand-drawn art meets tight, responsive combat, and the way it uses light and shadow looks unreal on the OLED. It's difficult but never unfair and rewards curiosity more than anything. For those who love a challenge wrapped in beauty, this is top tier. Ori and the Will of the Wisps was the very first game I got when I got my Steam Deck OLED because I heard constantly how great it looked on it. And to my surprise, this is hands down one of the most beautiful platformers ever made. Every scene feels like a living painting with rich colors and lighting that looks absolutely jaw-dropping on OLED. But it's not just visuals, the story will hit you in the heart and the movement feels buttery smooth. Next up is Skyrim. You've played it, sure, but have you really played Skyrim? In bed on a handheld with some of the mods that have been created. Wandering through snowy mountains or firelit dungeons never looked this good. Players can use powerful shouts, engage in melee, ranged, or magic combat, craft gear, and interact with NPCs in a dynamic world. It's still one of the most immersive open worlds, especially with a few quality of life mods, and it runs great on the Steam Deck. What more could you possibly want? Next up, we have Risk of Rain. I have been playing Risk of Rain 2 forever with my group of friends, and I only just realized now that we can play it on the Steam Deck. If you're into co-op games on handheld, then this is the game you need to get. Now, the game does experience some bug experiences when the devs update it, but nonetheless, this is such a great game to run with the homies. It gives you a nice rush and can be stressful at times during your runs, and gives you a lot of options to build your character how you like to when in game. Now, Hades is the next series that I honestly love. Now, in my opinion, this is one of the best roguelike games out there. Every animation, every voice line, every soundtrack note, this game oozes style. The combat is fast and fluid, and the narrative keeps evolving with each run. And on OLED, the underworld glows in this beautiful saturated palette. You'll get addicted before you know it. If you want to take it a step further, then I would definitely look out for its sequel as well. I've already put so much hours into different builds and also attempting but failing at speedrunning this game. Give it a try. The Binding of Isaac. Creepy, weird, and wildly replayable. Isaac is a game you either hate or fall completely into. It has this nice twisted pixel art which makes it feel richer and more surreal, which somehow makes the grotesque charm even stronger. Runs are unpredictable and full of secrets. If you like games that reward knowledge and randomness, Isaac delivers. If you're a hardcore roguelike junkie who enjoys joy in weird and dark humor, then this is for you. Now, there is so much I can say about Red Dead 2. This game just hits different on Steam Deck OLED as well. The sunsets, the campfires at night, even the little details like fog rolling in during the morning, it all just looks insane. The OLED really makes the colors pop and the shadows feel deep, so you get this super cinematic vibe even when you're just walking through a small town. I'll be honest, half the time I'm not even doing missions, I'm just riding my horse around, fishing, or messing with the random NPCs, and when you do jump into the story, it pulls you right in. The voice acting, the atmosphere, the way the world reacts to you. If you're into games where you can slow down, explore, and just live in the world, this is definitely one you gotta try. Now next is Valheim. Valheim takes a lo-fi look and makes it feel stunning. The lighting and atmosphere make this game sing on OLED. It's a survival game that doesn't stress you out, it invites you in. If you love to build, explore, and vibe with friends, this is a no-brainer. Enter the Gungeon 2. This is a bullet hell dungeon crawler with guns that shoot bees, rainbows, and literal bullets. The pixel art and explosive animations feel super crisp and colorful on OLED. It's tough, it's silly, and it's incredibly satisfying when you master it. The game is chaotic but yet so crisp. The replayability aspect of this game is great because each run you basically have a completely different experience. Games like this are always fun and keeps you from getting bored quickly. Now, one game you guys gotta try out is Brotato. Now, imagine Vampire Survivors, but you're a potato with guns. Here you fight hordes of enemies in an arena where you upgrade your build. The screen fills up with enemies fast, and the OLED makes every upgrade pop like firework. It's silly, fast, and dangerously addictive in small doses. Fantastic for a quick session. Like some of the other games, it barely takes any power, so you can enjoy this to your heart's content. Halls of Torment is what happens when you combine Diablo vibes with Vampire Survivors mechanics. The game feels gritty and nostalgic, and OLED enhances its magic effects and enemy mobs in just the right way. Each run rakes about 30 minutes, and there's a lot of bosses and characters to choose from. The soundtrack and pacing are also super satisfying. If you want a darker take on a survivor genre, this one is fire. Now, I definitely hope you guys have tried Hogwarts Legacy. There's something magical about walking through the halls of Hogwarts with the screen glowing in your hand. Spell effects, lighting, and castle interiors all look phenomenal on this game. It's just awesome being able to explore and discover magical beasts, have the ability to customize your character and craft potions and master spells. While it's a heavier game performance-wise, it's well worth tweaking for the experience. For fans of magic and exploration, this one just feels right. Now, The Witcher 3 is still one of the greatest RPGs ever made, and now you can play it on a screen where sunsets, torches, and spell effects look incredible. You get to play as Geralt, who is a mercenary monster slayer, and you get to explore a war-torn monster-infested continent. Whether you're exploring or hunting monsters in a murky swamp, the OLED takes the immersion to another level. With performance tweaks, it plays surprisingly well. Now, a game that I'm actually super surprised runs so well on the Steam Deck OLED is Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk was legit made for OLED. The neon signs, dark alleys, and rainy reflections make Night City one of the most visually stunning worlds on this list. With FSR 2.1 and the right tweaks, it runs better than you expect. Playing this handheld feels like the future. Now, when I do play Cyberpunk, I usually like to play for my PC and then stream it, but just the fact that I have the ability to run it on my Steam Deck makes this truly incredible. Now, Dead Cells is one of the most satisfying action platformers you can get. The movement is tight, the combat is crunchy, and the visuals are full of vibrant effects that leap off the screen. Every run feels fresh and fast, and the game has been updated constantly since launch. It's endlessly replayable and visually striking. If you're into fast-paced platformers with some nice gameplay, then this game is for you. Now, I'm saving one of the best for last. Now, I don't even have to say how awesome this game is. Elden Ring is one of the best games I've ever played, period. From the moment you step into the lands between, you're met with this hauntingly beautiful world that feels infinite. dangerous, and alive. And on the Steam Deck OLED, it's jaw-dropping. The contrast between glowing spell effects and shadowy ruins, the detail in golden trees under moody skies, everything feels richer, more dramatic, more epic. Now, even though it's a massive AAA title, it runs surprisingly well on the deck with the right settings. And with the OLED screen, you notice every particle of magic and every ember of fire. And that's my list of 20 games that honestly I think really show off what the Steam Deck OLED can do. Whether you're into quick pick up and play games or massive open worlds you can sink 100 hours into, there's something here that'll keep you hooked. The best part is a lot of these are super affordable or go on sale often, so you don't need to break the bank to fill up your library. If you got a favorite game that runs amazing on the Steam Deck and I didn't mention it, drop it in the comments. I'm always looking for new stuff to try. Now, if you'll excuse me, I just got one more run to do.